Mark, are you there? Listen, I've had a great idea for Junior Church. Have you ever heard of this Joe Wicks? Joe Wicks? No, I've not heard of him, but apparently he's been doing stuff on telly. He's been doing PE lessons. And apparently he's really popular. Lots and lots of people like him, and he's been selling loads of books. I mean helping loads of kids to keep fit during lockdown. So I thought I'd... What? No, I'm just gonna copy what he's done. Yeah, I thought we'd do it for Junior Church. Okay. And I know you're good with the computer, so any mistakes I make, you can just edit out, can't you? Fantastic. Right, off we go. Let's see what he does. Running. So he does some running. And he runs. And he can talk to the kids, because he's really fit. And he doesn't get... Put it on a loop. Put it on a loop so they think I've done loads. Stretching. Do some stretching. So, you stretch right up as far as you can, trying to touch the ceiling. And then you stretch all the way down to the floor. All the way down to your shins. All the way down to your knees. That's it. And then up to the ceiling and then back down. Back down to your knees again. What's next? Press ups. Let's do some press ups. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 999, 1,000. Just cut the middle bit out, they'll never know. He does some balancing. Does some balancing on the ball. There you go. Oh, look at that. And he lifts his leg up. And he lifts his... Put a background in. Put a really uneven background, like I'm on a ship. Nobody will know. What's next? What? A bottle? Joe Wicks has a bottle. What does it... It's a bottle. There you go. Oh, that's better. What's the last? Oh, wait. Right, okay. Let's go. Right, it's down to you, Mark. Put some things on a loop so it makes it look as if I've done loads. Put some backgrounds in so it makes it look as if it was really unsteady. And most importantly, don't forget to edit out all the bits where I get it wrong or I pretend to do more than I have. And I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Alright then, bye for now. Good morning and welcome to today's Junior Church, or as I have called it, Gym with John. So, as you can see, I've got all my equipment ready for me and you to do our exercise class together. I've got my hula hoop all ready. I've got my skipping rope all ready. And let's see what you've brought with you. Hang on. Did you get the email? Did you get the text I sent? About it being an exercise class like Joe Wicks? No. I mean, look. There's 2 of you there eating breakfast in bed. And over there, you've still got your pyjamas on, haven't you? Right. Hang on. Why have you got your coat on? Because you're going out. You're going out now. You're not staying for that. Oh right, okay. So we're not going to. And I've got dressed. We're not going to use this. Right, okay. What can we? I know what. Let me tell you a story then. And I'm going to tell you a story about this man. Now this man is called Saul. And he's not a nice man. He's not a nice man at all. In fact, Saul didn't like Jesus. Didn't like any of Jesus' friends or Jesus' followers. In fact, Saul didn't like them so much that he went out of his way to try and catch them, to try and put them in prison. Until one day when Saul was travelling to somewhere called Damascus, and suddenly he saw a really bright light in the sky, and it was so bright he fell off his horse. And as he lay there on the ground, he heard Jesus. He heard Jesus talking to him, saying, Saul, why do you not like me? Why do you chase after all my friends and followers? Why do you try and do nasty things to them? And in that moment, Saul changed. He changed the way that he thought. He changed the way that he felt. He even changed his name. And he stopped being Saul. And he became Paul. And Paul really loved Jesus and everything that Jesus talked about. In fact, Paul is probably the reason why we know about Jesus. Because Paul loved Jesus so much, he spent the rest of his life travelling and telling everybody that he met all about Jesus. Travelling all the way from Jerusalem in the Middle East, all the way around the Mediterranean, and he travelled by ship, and he probably walked a lot and maybe rode a donkey, maybe on the back of a cart. But what's really interesting is that Paul knew how important it was to stay fit. To stay fit and to stay healthy. And he talks about being like somebody running in a race. And he talks about being like a boxer, training for a fight. Because a lot of people didn't like what Paul had to say. A lot of people tried to chase him out of town. A lot of people threw stones and threw sticks at him. So he probably had to be fit to run away or to climb up a tree and hide. And that made me think. That made me think when I think about Saul turning into Paul. It made me think, how do we stay fit and stay healthy? And I don't just mean stay fit and healthy with our bodies, doing our PE classes with Joe Wicks, or going out for a walk with the dog, or jumping on our bikes. But I wonder, how do we stay healthy with our faith? So how do you think we might stay fit and healthy in our faith? Hands up who can remember what I said this session of Junior Church was going to be called. Can you remember? Think about all these things that I brought with me. Think about how I was dressed. That's it. I said I was going to call it Gym with John. And I wonder if we could use those letters from the word gym to to think about how we can stay fit and healthy? I think the first one's easy. The letter G, that stands for God. How can we stay fit and healthy in our relationship with God? Well, I'm sure we can use some of these. We can use our Bible to read stories about God, to read stories about Jesus. I'm sure we can say our prayers, because I think that'll help us stay in a fit and healthy relationship with God, saying our prayers. What about the Y? What do you think the Y stands for? If I'm speaking to everybody out there, I'm speaking to you. You, other people. So as well as having a good relationship with God, I need a good relationship with you, with everybody else, through the things I say, through the things I do, through those little acts of kindness that help other people. So if G stands for God and Y stands for you, everybody else, what do you think M stands for? I think M stands for me. Because sometimes I think we need to be kind to ourselves as well. Sometimes we can think we're not doing as good as we should. We can think we're not important. We can think that we're not worthy. We can think that we're not special. But let me tell you something. And it's something that Paul would have said. You are special. Whoever you are, whatever you can do, whatever you look like, whatever you're good at, God thinks you're special. So today has been our Gym with John class. And we're talking about being fit and healthy in our relationship with God. Y stands for you, so that's everybody else. Because that's what you'd call everybody else, wouldn't it? You. And then last, but by no means least, me, yourself. Having a good relationship with yourself. So, I think seeing as we've called it Gym with John, we should do something that gets everybody up and moving, don't you think? So shall we finish with a song? And I hope you get out of bed, put your breakfast down. It doesn't matter if you were in your pyjamas, that's fine. And let's listen and sing and move along to this song that we're going to finish with. So I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye for now. Are you ready? Let's go.
Move like a fish.
Put it on a loop. Put it on a loop so they think I've done loads. Put it on a loop. Put it on a loop so they think I've done loads. Put it on a loop. Put it on a loop so they think I've done loads.